Hi everyone, welcome to my Angelina Jolie Golden Globes 2012 red carpet look. I'm so excited to bring this look to you. It's very different in the sense that it's not your classic red lip. She has more of a corally lip. I feel like it's more modern, and I can definitely see this. Actually, I can see a lot of these looks from the red carpet last night from Charlize Theron especially, and Kate Winslet transcending into my bridal industry for rehearsal dinner, for even actually the weddings with Charlize Theron with that really glittery headband. It just looked beautiful with the side kind of like messy bun. It just really was a very beautiful night of showcasing really polished red carpet hair makeup. And that's really what Fresh Beauty Studio does, is we follow the trends with the celebrities on the SAG Awards, on the Golden Globes, and for the Oscars that are coming up soon. So I wanted you to kind of see all the products that I use. I showed them to you in the tutorial. What I didn't show you though is that I did create a special lip color using kind of like a pink and a red, just to get more of a corally, kind of softer look to the lip. Now, I apologize because these are my professional palettes that I have for all of my location jobs, etc. And I have them written on one side but not the other, so I don't really know what color these are. So I'm going to just show you. So they are both from MAC, and I'm just going to guess at which ones they are. I use this top one. This is a little messy. Use this in Passionate. I think that's the color it's called. And then I just mixed it with, I want to say this is Russian Red down here at the bottom. So those are the two colors. I put them on my little palette here that I do when I do custom colors, and mix it up, and I put it on. And you know, you just want to make sure that you get these ends inside, that you don't kind of stop, because when you use a dark color, you're going to see everything. So I show you some tricks about, you know, putting on some powder before on your lips to really hold the color, how to buff out your skin and make it really look flawless, and how to put on these little side little lashes that I have on. So that's it. The tutorial's next, and I'll see you soon. So here we go. I'm going to be using Prime Time. It's going to neutralize anything that's actually on my lid, any darkness, any redness. So I'm going to take it all the way to the tear duct, all the way up to my brow bone, and really get a nice coating of this on my eye. It's going to help my eyeshadow stay for long periods of time. It's also going to really bring out the true color of the shadow that I am applying. All right. So this is such a beautiful look. I really, really enjoyed watching the Golden Globes last night. Now, if you have my Fresh Beauty Studio, my two most popular eye palettes. This is Glamazon. I'm going to be using Glamazon, and I'm going to be using two colors in here. I'm going to show you these two colors here, Date Night and Hot Pants, are going to be the two colors from the Chinchilla palette. So if you have those at home, you can follow along with me. Again, you can buy all my products and cosmetics on my website. So first, I'm going to start with this butter color in the Glamazon palette, and I'm going to get my eyeshadow brush. Just using a flat eyeshadow brush like this, I'm going to just go into this butter color and go sweep it across my whole lid all the way up to my brow bone. And I really want to get a couple layers of this on. I really want to, you can see in her picture on the red carpet that she has a really pale lid, and then it gets smoky and deep, and it really wings out more of a cat eye. So I'm going to just keep layering this until I'm happy with how light it is. Again, I don't have any foundation on. I'm going to be doing that afterwards to show you how to really buff out your skin and make it flawless if you're not using airbrush foundation. I'm going to take, all my little brushes are over here. I'm going to take this kind of really short definer brush, and we're going to go into the deep dark browns here, and I'm just going to kind of map out where exactly, right deep at the lash line here, and I'm going to just start building and keeping it really close to this lash line. Now the key here is to have the right brushes. You can't do this if you have a really fluffy brush, and I'm going to see exactly where I'm positioning this look to my eye, or the shadow. I have another great brush here that I love to use all the time. It's called a soft eye diffuser brush, or it's a soft eye contour. I'm going to just go in my Chinchilla palette, I just want to have a little bit with Hot Pants. I just want to have a little bit of just a kind of a shadow in my crease. So I'm going to just take it real soft, just a little bit, to kind of give it a little bit of depth over here. And then I'm just going to keep building with this line diffuser brush and with my angled brush. This is such a great brush to be using. So it really kind of helps pack in the color. And when I'm doing classes, I've noticed that the ladies like to kind of tap in. You really want to, when you load your brush with the actual pigment, when you're flat into that actual shadow, you want to press it in and really be deliberate where you're putting it and not just tapping around and what have you, because you won't be able to create that really nice angular eye and really get that product where you need it. So I'm going to just keep going and bringing it out a little bit. I want to keep it really, really low because I want that cat eye. I really want to be creating this nice line. And if you feel like you have too much color, you can just go back in with a fluffier brush and just blend it and then go back in again and keep building. So that's really the key. It's just learning how your eye shape and your brushes with your application really work together and going underneath. So it's really simple because you really want to just concentrate on this, basically this end quarter of your eye. And just bringing it out, wanting to get it really dark, nice and smoky, and also kind of following along your eye contours. So I'm going to keep building, and then I'm going to check back in with you when I start on my liner. So it's all going to come together, even if you don't feel it looks dark enough in this end. I'm going to show you a trick. Do you see all of this product that's come underneath my skin? I'm going to sweep it. That's why I don't wear foundation right now. I'm going to sweep it off underneath by using a little facial wipe. I'm going to go into first using just a regular kohl black liner that I have here. This is from Fresh Beauty Studio. I'm going to stay really, really close to my lash line and build up. So you want a medium thickness of your line. So I'm just doing a basic line on your lash line, and then I'm going to go over it with a liquid. I just really want to bump up that kind of precise line on my lid and get a little bit darker than what my actual pencil can do. So I'm just going to keep doing that. You'll see how it's starting to get really kind of darker on this end. Pulling it down. I'm just going to go underneath in my waterline too, making sure you're with me there, and I'm going to stop halfway. I'm going to take, so I can actually see what I'm doing underneath with all of this, kind of all this shadow. See, what's really nice is that's how much shadow you're going to get off, and you don't want that laying on your foundation. So you can clean up, if you feel like your line's too thick, you can clean up a little bit underneath here, make it more precise. And I'm going to just clean it up just a tad, and I'm going to, I can add in more shadow if I want to. I can make sure that they're both even. I'm going to just take a little bit. This is a black liquid liner, and it's great because it has like a very, very short tip here that is very useful when you're trying to just do little strokes and not have a ton of product. It's easy to handle. So I'm going to just use my black liner over. Okay, just so the top. Just did the top here. You can wing that out a little bit if you want to. I'm going to go into a little eyelash curling with my Sure Mora. Curl this, go right into my Dior Show mascara. So I'm really concentrating on just getting this mascara on the outside winged out look here. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Eye Duo, which is it's white and it turns to clear. I have these accents by Ardell. They look like this. They're just little side guys here. Hold on a second. I just got red lips everywhere. Okay, my red lipstick's everywhere. These are 315s, and they're really great because they're really short. They're easy to apply. It's not a real big to-do. If you're not used to applying false lashes, these are a really great way to start since you're not having to do individuals, and you just got to be careful when you peel them off. I peel them off with a little tweezer. Sometimes they're really delicate, so you want to be careful. So I'm going to just apply a little bit of Eye Duo on the lash, just with the tip, just a little bit of a thin coat. You want to just make sure that you get it completely on the tips and across the whole lash. And then you wait for a second or two to make sure it's tacky. Then we'll put them on. You have to apologize. I just dipped my hand into my little red polish that I concocted, and it's everywhere as usual, but that's okay. That's why we're at the makeup studio. All right, so basically just, it's easier when they're short like this to take them with your hands and just feel it down at the base of your lashes and place them in. Don't work them over too much, because if you start playing and moving and playing, it's going to be really frustrating for you and you're going to get glue everywhere and it's not going to be ideal. So just place them in there, get them where you want to, pull them down so they're going to be more winged out, and then let them dry, and then you can go on with another coat of mascara if you want to, or if not, you can just leave them like this. I personally like to leave them like this because I don't like a lot of mascara on synthetic lashes, so it looks more natural. And then we're going to go into foundation. Once you've cleaned up with your baby wipe all of the shadow underneath your eyes, I'm going to just go into a liquid foundation. I put it into my hands, and I use my 109 brush from MAC. Just going to buff out. I just do it like this. I'm going to just dip into with this brush, and I'm going to just buff my skin all over to get a really flawless look. So this is why if you had shadow, like if you put this on and had all your shadow on, you're going to have all of this darkness around your eye. It's really not what you want. So I'm going to just buff out my skin. I'm going to show you a really nice trick to putting on red lips, since I do have a video on it, but I'm going to show you a couple of this easy tricks now. Remember, girls, too, to really bring this foundation down past your jawline so you don't have any demarcation of your foundation. Okay. Making sure that you got every inch covered on your face and there's no lines. You might have a couple brush little guys that shed off your brush, but it's okay. Now before I put on my lipstick, I had, because it's a really punchy color of being red, I used, I've showed you this I've showed you this before. It's my Rosebud Salve, that it helps really hydrate your lips and get them to be not, dehydrated and flaky when you're putting on a really powerful color. So I'm going to use Desire from Fresh Beauty Studio to line my lips. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little HD powder on my little sponge I have here. I'm going to go over my lips, because this is really going to set my lipstick. And I'm going to take my lip liner down. You can go across your whole lips, just so you have more staying power. I'm going to take my lip brush that I have. This is the only way that I really like to apply lipstick to my lips, because it's very precise and it's not going to be messy and it's not going to feather off. Now she has more of a kind of a corally red, so I've basically made this color here using a red in a kind of a hotter pink, and I'm going to just apply this to my lips. Alright, so you can make sure you get into the corners of the mouth. It's so amazing to see such a bright color. I normally don't wear bright colors. Usually around holiday I'll put on this lipstick, and I think that, depending on how you feel about your lips, it really does accentuate them, whether they're very large or very small or what have you. Putting on a punchy color is definitely a risk, and I encourage you to take it because it's very different. It's not your normal nude lip or neutral lip. It's definitely making a statement. So it's definitely more red carpet. If you're going to an event and you really want to make a statement, red lips are always my first choice. Now, she doesn't have a lot of blush or a lot of bronzer. She kept the skin very creamy. So I'm just going to use Flirt. This is a nice cream highlight from Fresh Beauty Studio. I'm just going to use this on just right in my cheek area. I want to have that glistening look to my skin. I don't want to overpower, having this lip and going overboard. And I do like how I've created this color and not being too red, and it's just a little bit of a more modern take on the red lip. As you can see, that hers is more corally. It's not that true red. And you just have this really pretty red carpet look that is very classic, very old Hollywood. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you try it, and I will see you soon.